This daily market update has been brought to you by Daily Wealth Report. Trading involves risk of loss and may not be suitable for you. Past performance is no guarantee or reliable indication of future results. All advice and education content is of the nature of general information only and must not in any way be construed or relied upon as legal, financial or personal advice.
Good morning, traders and investors. It's Tuesday, 14th of August, and we've seen some mixed activity in the markets overnight, with Europe down mostly across the board and the US markets mixed, with buying activity in the Nasdaq area and selling activity across the broader markets. As we have a look at the FTSE 100, we can see in front of us here that it was down 15 points or 0.2%, closing at 5831, and we can see this short-term rounded top where we were talking about the weakening buyer activity now starting to progress into a little bit further selling pressure. Whilst it's not strong selling pressure, we certainly are starting to find a short-term turnaround. We just need to see the bearish reversal point now form. On the German DAX, it's a very similar story. It had closed down 34 points or 0.5% at 6,909. And the French CAC 40, again, very similar as well, down 9 points or 0.27% at 3,426. In the US markets, the Dow Jones Index was down 38 points or 0.3%. Not a strong downwards day, but again, still showing some selling pressure there. It's not a strong drive from the sellers. We can see there's a large shadow on the bottom of the overnight candle. It somewhat holds the 100-point range that we discussed yesterday that has persisted since the beginning of last week, and we clearly can see that we're struggling to see any buy demand above 13,200. The Dow Jones closed at 13,169. The Nasdaq index showed some resilience with a mild buyer activity there. It was only up 1.6 of a point. That's barely unchanged at 3,022, and it too still shows this short-term sideways range. This candlestick that has formed at the end here, a small body with a large shadow on the bottom, a hammer candlestick or a hangman candlestick, exactly the same pattern, and does denote weakness from the buyers. The S&P 500 was virtually unchanged. It closed 1.7 of a point down, 0.13% at 1404, and it too just reflects that short-term sideways range. On the Australian markets on Monday, we had seen an attempt for the buyers pushing the markets up. We hit a high of 4,314, but by day's close, that buying pressure had eased, and the markets slipped back down to 4,287, closing the day up 10 points only. This is a sign of weakness from the buyers, and a solid downwards day would confirm and extend this short-term retracement that has started to occur from the end of last week. The SPI futures, however, are up 9 points, so that is suggesting that it should have a slightly higher open to the day, but again, there's no real conviction and there's no real lead from international markets, so we're not expecting a strong upwards day at this point in time. Well, that's our summary for Tuesday the 14th of August. We hope that gives you a little bit of insight, and we look forward to giving you an update again tomorrow.